I'm testing something here with a wedge, and I want to see if I can mix technique with the workshop. Can I do something in the workshop to adjust this golf club to suit the technique that I'm trying to put on the golf ball? I'm looking at short game. I've got a 56-degree wedge, full bounce, Cleveland RTX 6, and I'm working on my release pattern based on what I've been working on with the Dan Grieve short game Bible. And I will put a link in the description to the video that goes through my changes in technique overall. But essentially, I'm trying to swing the club so it works more from the top of this grip on a pendulum, as opposed to dragging the handle forward and being hard and aggressive with it. I'm much softer in the hands, are much more releasey with the club head. Now what I'm basically going to do is put an 80-gram weight inside the shaft and then put the grip back on. And the idea there is that I've got more weight in this top end of the grip, so I can really feel the club work around the top of it. So can I get this change in weight to assist that technique change? So I just want to hit some 50-yard shots with a 56. Little bit of a drop kick, but again, it's like a really safe shot to hit. Gets in the hole, missed. So I'm going to hit some 50-yard shots, and then I'm going to hit some full shots, and then I'm going to tinker in the workshop with some weight. Drop kick. Oh no, I've drop kicked it next to the pin. Ah, nice. So I'm going to get a feel for how much spin I get on the ball, how much the ball carries, and maybe a bit of feel to see whether I feel like I can encourage the technique. Not bad, not bad. Pin high, 50 yards finish. Oh, that was nice. Just grip and grip. Yeah, nice. I'm catching it a little bit heavy, but I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's gripping in still. A for 50 yards, B for 100 yards. 107 carry, nice. 108, right next to it. Tiny bit thin, tiny bit left. Oh, 99, what's it doing back there? Not far off the same pattern though. Nice and straight, 105. Tiny bit left, 110. Now 110 is my favourite yardage, but I normally do it with a 54, maybe slightly differently. I'm releasing it different. I'm going to get slightly different numbers. The numbers will change when a technique changes. Let's get in the workshop and work a bit of wizardry. So these are all the clubs I need to work on this evening. And we are in the workshop. So I'm going to get this grip off. I go down here. Let's get some white spirit down the side of the grip. White spirit down the side. Grip's off. And I'm just going to pull that old tape off. I'll tape off, ready to go. Probably don't need my golf glove on in the workshop. Right, this is what I'm talking about. I've got different weights that are going to go in the top of the club. Now, I've got progressively heavier weights. This is the heaviest one. I'm going to go for this one to give me the maximum feeling. So this is an 80-gram weight in the top of the grip there. And with this extra weight, I'm really trying to isolate the weight being here. So I've got more pendulum. It might be a bit easier to feel that change in technique and get a little bit less drivey with the hands. Cut the tape, get the tape on. Tape goes on, grip goes on, make sure the grip's on straight. Lovely, ready to go. Give it a little wipe. Excellent. Oh, I can really feel that extra weight. I always feel like that 80-gram plug there, I feel like that's almost like holding the grip still. It's holding the grip in place because I can really feel that change. Right, ball C, 50 yards. 50-yard shot, what does it change? Oh, that release was different gravy entirely. I've nipped that off the top. I've had no drop kick. All right, I've only hit one shot. Absolutely no drop kick. Easier to release. I'm liking that so far. Tiny bit heavy. I've just wrapped over that. A little bit too handsy. Drop and stop. Okay, maybe just need to adjust to the feel of it. I'm liking it so far. I almost feel like I'm keeping my hands within my pockets. I can go back outside of it that way, but outside my left pocket, I'm not letting the grip get through. That's kind of the feeling I'm trying to encourage in the technique. Nice. Get in the hole. Drop and stop. Yardage looking pretty consistent. So the overall club does feel heavier. I can feel the extra weight when I'm down here holding the whole thing because there is 80 grams extra. But I like the fact that all the weight is here, so I'm really feeling that release. I'm really feeling that club work very much more like a pendulum. Nice and crisp. Oh, nice. Gripping into the turf. I'm looking forward to the spin numbers there on terms of the averages. Ball, D. All right, let's get some full shots under my belt and just see if it changes anything there in terms of direction. Because I don't want to do something that's really good for the short game near the green, but then it absolutely obliterates anything I can do with a full shot. Lowering the blade. I do feel like it's harder to hit the ball heavy. 105 carry, backspin. Oh, shank. Bit of a lazy swing, gonna delete that one. Got the yardage, 102 carry. Felt good. It feels easier to release, which might mean that I throw the ball a bit further left, 109 carry. And I'm trying to encourage that release. So again, does this damage the full shot? Solid strike at the pin, 109 carry again. Now I'm not talking about spin rates just yet because I really want to leave that till the end. I want to see what they group like. 3 generally at the target, and then there is the yank, which we will ignore. Again, nice solid strike. Really feeling that release is a lot easier to create. Gonna look at the spin, gonna look at the peak height, spinning backwards. That's 2 shots I've watched spin back. Right, going for a 6th shot because I'm deleting one. Nice, definitely less clunky. Maybe because I'm releasing, I'm bringing the club away from the turf a bit easier. I'm not driving the head through the turf as much. Grouping, not bad, apart from the one. Right, let's see what the numbers are saying. So deleting 1 shot, or I'll just take it out of there. So just seeing the bottom end of the averages on A, which is the first one without changing the weight, I've got 45 yards average carry and 1 yard left on average. Peak height's 9 yards. Going into the one where I've got the weight under the grip, on the 50-yard shot, I've got 11 yards of peak height. Very consistent. I'm 0.3 yards right on average, which is 1.3 yards further right in the grouping, and then slightly more digestible. So without the weight, I've got 45 carry, 5,400 spin. Maybe I had more drop kicks, more fat shots. So when you hit the ball heavy, you hit the ground, then you push up on the ball, which makes it spin less. When we catch it cleaner, we grip the ball and it spins. So I think the strike quality was that much different on a smaller set shot. There's less energy into the golf ball, so to get that much more spin, I really like that. Speed was up again. I think that's strike related, and the extra carry is rather lovely. So 45 yards varying 4 yards against 52 yards varying 2 yards. So more consistent on that 50 pin, and I'm more consistent in where it lands. Now B against D. So without the weight, I've got 30 yards of peak height, which is the highest point the ball reaches, against 33 yards. So I'm 3 yards higher with the weight in the grip. Without the weight, I'm averaging 4.4 yards left. With the weight in the grip, surprisingly actually, 4.9 yards left. So it's half a yard different direction-wise left to right. I thought the extra weight in the grip would release it more, shut the face, and put the ball further left of target, but it's not even changed. And when we're looking at the difference in carry, we're 1 yard different in carry, but with the weight in the bottom of the grip, I've got 2 yards of variance, and when I haven't got the weight in the grip, I've got 4 yards of variance. This is better on every level. Slightly faster, cleaner strikes. Slightly higher launch, 31. I do actually, on a full shot, want to launch the ball lower. I normally want to launch it half of what this says. So ideally, I'd want to get more like 28 degrees of launch angle. So I'm closer to it without it. I'm further away from it there. So maybe I do need to move the technique to launch the ball a bit lower on the fuller shot. But when I'm around the green and I'm trying to get more lift, I'm trying to get more launch on the club, maybe I just need to learn that little change in technique up the bottom end. But I'm getting slightly more spin. Not a massive amount more, but it's tighter. 340 of variance against 440 of variance. I really like that, and I'm going to do that to all 3 of my wedges. I might even go like 80 grams in the 60-degree wedge, maybe 60 in the 56 and 40 extra in the 52, just to blend it a bit more towards the set, because I'm not going to have it in the irons, for example. I quite like it as a concept. Or even if I do it in just my bottom wedges, what do you think? Do you think I should put it in the full set blended, or should I just put it in the ones that I'd use that I'm trying to use this technique with around the greens, which will probably be my 56 and my 60 mostly. I probably won't do it with my 52 as much. What do we reckon, people? Let me know in the comments. Oh, clean and crisp, and 7,000 spin on a partial shot.